I wanted to spend some time and talk about what is the difference between a small business that succeeds and thrives and a small business that's continually struggling and just, not working out the way that the business owner wants. And first of all, I just want to let you know that I get it. I get what I'm talking about because I am a small business owner. I'm in the trenches with you. I understand the complexities, all the different things that you have to do as a small business owner. And so I want to talk briefly on what makes the difference. What differentiates those small businesses that just really get it and they're killing it out there, and those that are being killed and maybe aren't even going to make it in this, competitive business environment. And I would have to say that the biggest difference is those that are succeeding and really doing a good job. They have what we call a strategic plan. They know where they're going, they know how they're going to get there, and they execute that on a regular basis. And yeah, I understand that you as a small business owner, you have lots of things pulling at your attention. You've got to keep customers and clients happy. You got to keep your employees happy. You got to find good employees. You have to worry about cash flow, which is just a fancy word for saying, do you have enough money, cash, to pay your bills that are coming up and to pay yourself? As a small business owner, you want to get paid for all your hard efforts. And so, it's really all those different things that are bouncing around in your mind. I've seen, as a CPA for almost 10 years now, I get to meet with clients, small business owners, every day. And just recently I met with, we'll call his name Jim. So Jim came in and he was pretty frustrated. He was kind of defeated. And as he sat across my desk, I asked him, I saw that he was distressed, and I said, what's going on? What's not working? And he thought about it for a second, and he just moved his arms like, he just made this motion of totality, and he said, all of this. And I was like, what do you mean by that? All of this? And what he meant by that was, taxes were stressing him out. The idea of just understanding how to attract new clients. What had happened is he had just recently lost one of his largest clients, who was a chain restaurant. And so now he's trying to figure out, how am I going to keep my employees paid and busy, and what do I want to do with the business? And just that, all of that part of it really stressed him out, and he didn't enjoy that part of it. I asked him, well, Jim, what do you enjoy about your business? Do you want to keep on doing this? He was close to retirement, and so I was just kind of seeing where his mind was at. And he said, I love doing this. I love delivering and helping provide a good service to my customer, my client. And so yes, I want to keep on doing it, but I just am overwhelmed with all of the back end, if you will, of being a small business owner. He just was basically fed up with all the different things that he had to think about besides just executing his craft and serving his customer. And so I've seen over and over again these feelings that come into a small business owner's life. I'm going to talk about those feelings, see if you can identify with some of these feelings. That would include feelings of being mired in the weeds or stuck in the weeds, having feelings that you're always just putting out fires all the time, feeling that you're burned out, that the daily grind, you don't wake up excited, you wake up kind of fearful, and when Monday comes around, you got a case of the Mondays. And ultimately, one of the most defeating feelings is feeling alone. As a small business owner, you can't necessarily, maybe your spouse or partner, they don't enjoy listening to all of the different things. They don't, get you as a small business owner and the different struggles that you have. You don't feel like you can open up and confide with your employees because they're your employees and you don't want to show that vulnerability. And so these feelings I see come into small business owners' life, as they feel a lack of control. And the secret sauce to helping this feeling of lack of control comes in the form of developing a roadmap for yourself. A strategic plan is really just a fancy word for figuring out what you want to accomplish in your business, what inspires you, what's your vision that you have for being a small business owner. Not the I want to make a lot of money type of vision, but who is it that you truly feel called to help with your skill set? And then developing a plan to go about on a regular basis. What are the small steps you need to do every week, and then broken out even into every day, that cumulatively will add up and help you accomplish that vision. Just defining that and putting that into an actionable plan can make all the difference in helping you as a small business owner feel like you're in control. Because at that point, you are in control. You know the steps you need to take and what you need to do to get there. So I like to put this into an example of a corn maze. Those big mazes that have, corn, they're made out of corn. And so there's two maze goers in my example. The first maze goer, they are very ambitious and they're ready to go. So they hop into that maze and they start running, and they're running and running, and every time they hit a wall, a dead end, they flip around and they keep on running, and they just run till they hit a dead end, turn, run till they hit a dead end, turn, and they keep on doing that. Eventually though, they get tired, and will they finish the maze? Maybe, but probably not. And if they do, are they going to enjoy that experience? No, they are going to be tired and frustrated throughout, and if they do make it through, it's probably just a matter of happenstance. Now, the second maze goer, she is more intentional. She takes some time and she builds a little ladder, and that ladder she stands on at the beginning of the maze, and she looks from a higher perspective, and she determines and takes some notes, her next steps, and she executes on that plan. She carries this ladder around with her, she puts it up every so often, and she takes a lay of the land and makes notes, and she executes on that plan. And if you think about her chance of success, it's high. She has a plan. She can see, not from inside the maze. Inside the maze, you can only see what's next to you. But outside, from that different perspective, you can see exactly where you should be going. And is she going to make a mistake and maybe see something wrong, or that turn blended in differently to those, different plants? So, yeah, she's not going to be perfect, but she will absolutely have time to enjoy the beauty of the maze, to not feel frustrated, and to feel in control. And that is really important. So in comparing these two maze goers, the first one, was he working hard? Absolutely. He was a hard worker. But hard work doesn't dictate effectiveness in a business. Yes, you are doing important things. Being a reactionary as a small business owner, you come into the office and the first thing you do is check your email and you start putting out fires. And then the rest of your day basically slips away into just listening to basically the business is telling you what to do every day, versus being intentional, like the second maze goer. That business owner, they come into the office and they don't tap into that reactionary source of all the different things they have to do right away. They first check in with their plan. What is the highest and best use for them that day? What's the main thing that they need to accomplish that day in order to be successful? They take that and they execute on those items that will move the needle towards accomplishment of their vision. Yes, then they have some time where they will take care of the reactionary items, but they control when that happens and how that happens. And then on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, things are moving in the direction that they should be moving and not just happenstantially occurring. And so that difference of being a reactionary and being an intentional business owner really can bring so much success and feelings of positive momentum in a business owner's life. But in order to be intentional, you have to have that roadmap, that strategic plan, which enables you to have kind of marching orders every day. And that can be really inspiring to not just you, but also those that are around you. And so I'll next talk about what elements are within a strategic plan, what makes a good plan, and how you go about executing that plan. Because this can make all the difference between being a happy, inspiring, and positive business owner who finds accomplishment and success in what they do versus the business owner who is working hard but doesn't feel like they're in control, feels frustrated that the day is controlling them, and that they have that feeling of not knowing where they're going and why they're doing what they're doing every day. So hopefully that was helpful, that you understand now from my experience, what I've seen and what I've read is those small business owners that succeed and really enjoy the process of being a small business owner are those that have a plan. So do you have a plan? And if not, then stay tuned, because I'm going to talk next about how to develop a strategic plan if you don't already have one.